All right, what's up, y'all? It's 202 Inc. And 2026, I'm not letting y'all be broke. I'm showing y'all how to save and make money, all of that. Financial literacy videos. Let's get straight into it. So, I'm 29 years old. And if one thing I've noticed, and also from doing the research, a lot of people under my age, because like I said, I'm only 29, and a lot of people over 29 do not have savings. Not even $1,000 saved, not even $500 saved in case something crazy happens. A little emergency fund. So that's what we're gonna talk about today, and we're gonna go over how to save. Like I said, your first $1,000, and then as this series progresses, we'll do 5,000, 10,000, stuff like that. Because really, after 5,000, it just gets easier. You know what I'm saying? It'd be no looking back for real. So let's just get started. And you don't need no super high paying job. Let's get on that, because when I first saved my first $1,000, that came from me being a lifeguard. When I was like, what, 17, 18, I was a lifeguard, and then I ended up being a camp counselor. Yeah, that was it. 17, I think, lifeguard, or 18 counselor, whatever it was low paying jobs. Even when I worked at Walmart, I was making $12 an hour there. You know what I'm saying? I still had 1,000 plus saved up. So it was definitely easy. So let's get straight into it. This is what you do. First off, you add up all your bills. Or like your phone bill. I don't know if you live in your phone bill, your rent, your mortgage, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You add up all your bills, and then you also add up your unnecessary spending. So you have all your main bills and then things that you're spending money on. Okay, you do that, and that's when you also add up your paycheck for the month. So then you have three categories. I wish I had a little board. I'm gonna get one. So boom, your main bills, your extra spending, which includes your smoking, drinking, and subscriptions, and then your paycheck for the month. Okay, cool. Most people get paid what, twice a month, every 2 weeks, or some people get paid every week, which I think that will actually make it easier. But for some people, it seems like it makes it harder, because you're saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get paid next week, next week, next week." So let's get straight into it. And y'all know I did a little write down, so whatever. So like I said, you go over your finances and you kill your unnecessary bills. If you have a whole bunch of subscriptions, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's very unnecessary, especially when you got YouTube, Tubi, just free stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the girls want to watch baddies and all of that. And so with the subscriptions and stuff, like, you don't always need that. For example, like, when I used to help my sister try to, go over my sister's finances with her, like, I'm telling her, I'm like, you have all these subscriptions, that's one of your problems. And she cut those out, and that actually helped. So cut out on the unnecessary subscriptions and all this and that. Either get a friend use theirs, or just wait, or most of the time it's gonna come out on YouTube anyway, you can catch for free. So whatever. Okay, cool. And then, based off your paycheck, I don't know how much y'all make, but if I was making $12, like, do we gotta, let's just pull out a calculator real quick, because that was ridiculous. Checks used to be like $600 every 2 weeks or some crap. So if you're making $12 an hour times 40 hours a week, that's 480. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's say 2 weeks. That's 960, and then you got taxes. So let's just take 200 out of that. 760, little stuff like that. So, and that's just being nice, because I don't know if I ever seen a seven something check. I don't know. Either way, that was all the way back in like 2016, stuff like that. Long story short, even making $12 an hour, I was always able to save. Period. If you even take, let's see, $50 a paycheck, right? You get paid twice a week. $50. Hold up, y'all. Okay, you got $50, right? You're taking $50 out of each paycheck twice a week. That's $100 a month. Okay, that's $100 a month. You should be able to at least. So you should at least be able to save that. That would be $100 a week. Also, you're gonna have to. I already mentioned this, but I'm gonna just say it again. You're gonna have to slack up on smoking and drinking, like the little Don bottles, $60, $70 for the little joints like that. Uh, I would say if you're gonna smoke, make it last. You know what I'm saying? Stretch it out, but don't do too much, because I know some people really be going super hard on smoking and drinking. Like, okay, cool, you going to smoke or drink, but it's like, to be like just all your money going to that, that's no good. You got to stop that. Like, get some type of control, some type of discipline, or even some type of help if you think you need it. No judgment over here for the most part. But what else I got on this damn list? Yeah, and another thing, like I said, and you don't need two jobs to save $1,000 or $10,000 or none of that. If you're disciplined, you know what I'm saying. Don't always eat out all the time. Granted now I don't really eat out all the time, but I cook and I eat out. But sometimes I'll spend more money cooking than eating out because the portions, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go buy no little box of macaroni to make a little thing of macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying? You probably got about a regular size box. You got too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all. But for the most part, that's what you do. And I'm not about to sit up here and pull out no money. I only even got like I haven't even been out today to like do that. But for the most part, I've always been a good saver. Everybody in my family know it. People who know me know I'm a good you know what I'm saying? I'm a good saver. Like it's just I've always been like that. I've always wanted to make sure if I'm spending something, I'm getting something back. Especially like even being an adult, because that's when I was a kid. I make sure if I was spending something, I get something back. I asking if I can get change from something. But when I was even as an adult, like I barely buy things full price. I'm talking about clothes, and y'all be seeing my unboxings, G Star, Burberry, all of that. Yes, I make sure I get that on a sale. But even if I don't get it on a sale, guess what? I will save up for something. I'm never just gonna like well, I ain't gonna say never, but for the most part, I'm not just about to be like, "Ooh, these jeans $150. Fuck it." You know what I'm saying? No. If I really want them, I'll either save for it. And I know what y'all thinking. Girl, you just Afterpay and Klarna now. That's what you're gonna get y'all. Because y'all think, oh, I did it with Afterpay. That's good. You can save like that. Not really though, because it's gonna be coming out each week. And then sometimes, what if y'all don't even have the money in there? So that's another story for another time. But and another thing about saving money, like some of y'all, it's hard to save money because y'all want to keep up with Instagram and social media. I'm telling you, I knew a person who ain't had no savings. Then they thought, oh, I'm gonna get my taxes back, blah blah blah. Didn't get their taxes back because some stupid stuff, and they had no type of emergency funds for when stuff happened or nothing. It's like, dang, they got to be a scary life to live. You know what I'm saying? Like at least had the emergency fund. You know what I'm saying? Like how are you drinking all the time, going to the clubs all the time, but you don't even have an emergency fund for when something goes wrong? That's the point. Like you guys got to have discipline and also stay away from people who want you to I don't know what I want to call it, but it's people who know that maybe you're saving for something. Well, you should be saving period just for a rainy day. But let's say you want a certain thing, right? Let's say you're saving for a house, you want to save $20,000. If your so-called friend is trying to be like, "Oh, let's go to Mardi Gras," and you're saying, "Oh, well, when?" Because I'm trying to save up for my household. I'm not trying to spend unnecessary money on, like a plane ticket there and back. You're gonna eat when you go. A whole bunch of fun spending when you're trying to save for a house. I had a somebody told me you don't even need $20,000 to da 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 da. It don't matter if I'm saving for a certain thing. I'm saving for a certain thing, and if you're trying to stop me or deter me from that, you're not my friend. Period. So yeah, y'all, like you just gotta be disciplined. Watch who you be around. Don't be influenced, and just save your money little by little. Like even if it's $20 a week, $25 a week, you know what I'm saying? Just save, and it'll get easier and easier. That's my first part for this video. I might do another one on how to save $1,000, but this is the first one. Thank y'all.